Corporate social responsibility. Whereas ethics guide an individual's behavior, social responsibility refers to the way in which a business tries to balance its commitments to certain groups and individuals in its social environment. These organizational stakeholders include the groups, individuals, and organizations that are directly affected by the practices of an organization. Organizational stakeholders are individuals and groups that are directly affected by the practices of an organization and therefore have a stake in its performance. Most companies that strive to be socially responsible concentrate on the following stakeholders: 1. Customers, 2. Employees, 3. Investors, 4. Suppliers, and 5. The local communities where they do business. When defining their sense of social responsibility, most firms consider 4 areas: the environment, customers, employees, and investors. 1. Responsibility toward the environment. There are 3 types of pollution that are the focus of most of the anti-pollution efforts by business and government. A. Air pollution. Air pollution results when a combination of factors lowers air quality. Legislation to prevent air pollution and its costs are discussed. Increasing levels of carbon dioxide are discussed in the context of climate change. There is a debate about whether global warming is caused by human activity or is simply a natural phenomenon. B. Water pollution. Water quality is improving in many areas due to new legislation and increased awareness. Examples of zero-discharge processing facilities are noted. C. Land pollution. 2 key issues are considered: how to restore the quality of land damaged in the past and how to prevent such problems in the future. Several examples of Canadian firms operating abroad are provided. Recycling is a possible solution. Some products can be recycled efficiently, while others are more troublesome. D. Consumers and pollution. There are several actions that consumers can take to reduce air, water, and land pollution, including recycling, walking instead of driving, reducing household waste, using environmentally friendly products. But each of these actions requires consistent effort, and not everyone is motivated to make the effort. Companies have 2 key areas which require interaction with customers. These areas are pricing and product. Responsibility to customers is concerned with the fair and ethical treatment of buyers in each of these areas. 2. Responsibility toward customers. There are 3 areas that are often in the news. A. Consumer rights. Consumerism, or social activism to protect the rights of consumers, has prompted much of the current business interest in responsibility toward customers. Consumer rights include the right to safe products, right to be informed about all relevant aspects of a product, the right to be heard, and the right to choose what they buy. Central to this is free and open competition among companies, the right to be educated about purchases, and the right to courteous service. B. Unfair pricing. Collusion, or price fixing, is illegal. Price gouging refers to the practice of charging inflated prices when demand increases. C. Ethics in advertising. 4 areas of concern here are truth in advertising. Advertisements should not make claims about product performance that are not factual. Advertising of counterfeit brands. The advertising and sale of counterfeit brands is unethical and illegal. Stealth advertising. The use of paid individuals to promote a product to others without disclosing that they are being paid to do so, and morally objectionable advertising. Advertising that consumers consider to be morally wrong, such as tobacco companies targeting young people. 3. Responsibility towards employees. Fair and equitable practices comply with legal regulations and lead to a more competent, motivated staff. Examples of companies that go well beyond legal requirements are discussed. Responsibility toward employees as people means ensuring a safe workplace, respecting their privacy, and encouraging ethical behavior. A. Whistleblowers. Individuals who attempts to stop a company's unethical, illegal, or socially irresponsible actions by going public with the information. New legislation to protect whistleblowers has been introduced in Canada, because whistleblowers are often demoted or fired for going public. 4. Responsibility toward investors. Irresponsibility can take several forms, including improper financial management, misrepresenting of finances, check kiting, and insider trading. A. Improper financial management. Improper financial management can take many forms, including executives making bad financial decisions, paying executives outlandish salaries and bonuses, or sending them on extravagant retreats to exotic resorts. B. Check kiting. This is an illegal activity of writing checks against money that has not yet arrived at the bank on which the check has been written. C. Insider trading. This activity, also illegal, occurs when someone uses confidential information to gain from the purchase or sale of stock. D. Misrepresentation of finances. Companies must follow generally accepted accounting practices in maintaining and reporting their financial status. Managers may be motivated to overstate revenues and assets, and understate expenses and liabilities in order to inflate profits, usually for personal gain, such as receipt of bonuses based on net income. Implementing social responsibility programs. Opinions on the appropriateness of social responsibility as a business goal differ widely, and the motivation behind beliefs differs widely as well. A. Approaches to social responsibility. 4 approaches are common in making decisions about social responsibility. There are several stances an organization can take concerning its corporate social responsibilities. 1. Obstructionist stance. Companies using this approach do as little as possible to solve social or environmental problems. These firms have little regard for ethical conduct and will generally go to great lengths to hide wrongdoings. 2. Defensive stance. These firms do only the minimum required by law and nothing more, for example, tobacco companies. 3. Accommodative stance. A firm goes beyond the bare minimum if specifically asked. The point here is that someone has to knock on the door and ask. The firm does not volunteer to go beyond what is prescribed. 4. Proactive stance. This is the highest degree of social responsibility a firm can exhibit. Firms taking a proactive stance view themselves as citizens in society and proactively seek opportunities to contribute. B. Managing social responsibility programs. Managers must take 4 steps to foster social responsibility. First, top managers must take a strong stand on the importance of social responsibility and communicate this by preparing a formal policy statement and including social responsibility as a factor during strategic planning. Second, a committee of top managers needs to develop a plan detailing the level of financial support to be directed toward social responsibility, and set specific priorities to be addressed. Third, a specific executive needs to be given the authority to act as director of the firm's agenda for addressing social issues. Fourth, the firm needs to conduct occasional social audits to determine whether the program is successfully meeting the established social responsibility goals. 1. Formal activities. Top management must state strong support for CSR and make it a factor in strategic planning. Without the support of top management, no program can succeed. A specific executive must be given the authority to act as the director of the firm's social agenda. This individual monitors the program and ensures that its implementation is consistent with the policy statement and the strategic plan. 2. Informal activities. The culture of an organization, see Chapter 6, is very important in either inhibiting or facilitating social responsibility activities. Social responsibility and the small business. Small firms face the same general kinds of ethical and social responsibility issues that large firms do.